February of '06. Welcome to Ford Field in downtown Detroit. Today, it's a Week 14 matchup that should be a good one between the Green Bay Packers and the Detroit Lions. Two teams trying to stake their claim to postseason football. Week 14 of the NFL is underway. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Right out of the gates, Lance going to the air. And that's out to the flat for Swift. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Now that's the type of play that gives you a chance to win. Nothing forced downfield where you don't have a guy open. Swing it out to the back, maybe even check it down, whatever you want to call it. Gain of 5. You're just trying to get 4 on first down. They're ahead of the chains now.
And right away, he lost the football.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home, the next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. So possession still theirs, but now they face a third down. And Lance going to throw. And that is incomplete.
That was their first third down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key third down throws.
Here comes the Lions punter now. He'll kick it away after a 3-and-out on the opening drive of the game. Nice punt, but good work on the return to get back 11 yards. And it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Not a great start dropping his first target, but let's face it won't be his last chance because he'll get opportunities to make up for that one throughout this game.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Back to throw here. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Now this defense for the Lions, they were very strong last week in that win over Cleveland.
And I don't know what the actual percentages are, and I don't know the analytics when you create 5 turnovers or takeaways in a game. But coaches always say, when you create a number that high, your chances of winning probably up over 98%. I haven't seen that number quantified, but I believe them.
Again, he'll drop to throw. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. 13 yards, first down, Packers.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
Now a play fake here on first down. Wide open receiver, complete. And he's going to be taken down right at the 10-yard line. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And that's going to be incomplete.
Chance is good. He's going to be a very busy guy. 2 catches already in his opening drive, and they were looking his way for a 3rd.
I think they put this defense on notice that that could be a really, really frequent combination. A good display of power, but it will only get him just inside the 5 to the 4. Now the Lions going to stop us momentarily as they call a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4. They'll keep it on the ground. And a loose football. They'll call it luck or skill, whatever the case is. They're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. I mean, they don't care if it was luck or skill. Boy, the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground, whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you retain possession, that's all you're looking for.
Butker's kick here is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you? Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Detroit. I don't think you can get any more efficient or tidy, whatever word you want to use in that, man. One play, 75 yards, end zone.
Yeah, efficient, tidy, excellent words. How about explosive? 75 yards, one play. That means everyone handled their assignment, doesn't it? It doesn't just mean that the defense broke down. They really executed the way that was drawn up on the whiteboard. Big-time play, big-time result.
Fair catch, made at the 25-yard line. The Packers take over first down 10 at their own 25-yard line.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
And the Packers first down.
They'll look to throw. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
They'll run on first down. Clements, he's got it to the 43 here. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 43-yard line.
He'll drop to throw. That is caught. It's the tight end, Tunyon. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 21.
A gain of 22 yards.
They'll set up to throw. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Christian Fulton. And the Lions force the turnover. They'll take over at the 10.
Well, it's not the first time we've seen him give one up here during his rookie season. And in this case, zone coverage forced the mistake. He's made some strides week to week in how he's handling the different type of coverages that he's seeing. But clearly, there's some growing still to do.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
Partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Williams, a man in motion right. Right back to Swift again on 2nd down. And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. 85 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. The Lions at 11-1 now on the year. And they've gone a full couple of months now since their last loss. Winners of 8 in a row.
And we always talk about how a team has to play complementary football in order to really be a good squad. But I think in this league, if your offense isn't playing really well as this one is, you're not going to run off this kind of a streak.
11 yards there and a Lion first down. Another good run there. He's been good all season long. I don't know if he's going to win that MVP award, but just to be in the discussion, obviously that means he's had a great run.
The raw numbers put him in the discussion. Can he carry his team to enough victories? Can he put him in a spot where we say to ourselves, well, an MVP carries his team to the playoffs. That's what he's going to need in order to get that award.
After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll stay on the ground with Swift. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
On 2nd down, Swift. 5 yards on the carry there, and it leaves him with 3rd and about 6 yards to go.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. It looks like the Packers have added an extra DB on 3rd down. Lance looking to throw it. And that will be incomplete.
They certainly thought he had an open look beyond the 1st down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
Here comes the Lions punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that worked. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that they did on the last one.
Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw.
That's complete. It's Okuwebunam.
And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
Good job there of getting his tight end involved because he lines up on the right side of the formation, just works his way across the field. I really like how they were in sync on that one. He spotted the open gap in the zone, and his quarterback found him, and they get a 1st down.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. They'll look to throw. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. To throw. Under pressure, they got him again. Aaron Donald. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. On now is the Packers punter, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon.
Oh, the return is Bowden.
We'll call that a 43-yard punt, 2 on the return, and the Lions will take over. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the 1st half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
Oh, he's got some breathing room. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. 149 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this 1st half. And that one heck of a run right there. Once he got loose, you could tell that he was going to run a long way. That was pretty impressive. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Once again, it's Swift. And he takes this one in for the Lions touchdown. DeAndre Swift with his 19th touchdown, his 2nd of the game. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Extra point right down the middle. And that pushes the lead up to 11. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they had lost 2 in a row prior to getting the open week last weekend, so potentially a chance for them to get away for a bit, keel up, and come back strong.
That's what the hope is anyway, because you're going to find out now with your team, are you still focused on being the best you can be for the rest of the season with the things going the way they have earlier this year?
Second and 6, just inside the 30. Now back to throw. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. They'll look to throw here on first down. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
As we both know, there's a lot that went into why they made him their first-round pick this year. And part of it was what they saw in college, his playmaking ability when things break down. As soon as he saw he wasn't getting a lane to throw, he pivoted and found an alternate way to the marker.
And the Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Up the middle they go. Clements.
He fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain. Second down.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. They're going to look to throw. On the move to his left. They'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
They made a nice effort to stick him with a loss for that play, but it's going to take more than that to keep him from advancing the ball. Should be an entertaining battle anytime he tucks and runs over the second half of this contest.
Second and 5.
And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard. Flush to his right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Aaron Donald. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the right hash and call it an even 50 yards. Butker's kick here is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we've reached halftime here in Detroit with the Lions out on top. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. The Packers set to get the football first, and they are trailing on the scoreboard as we resume action, ready for the third quarter. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
Well, Charles, we saw a pretty entertaining first half, close ball game. Remember there toward the end of the second quarter, the opposition scored to take the lead. Now we'll see if these guys can get a score of their own to regain that lead.
Yeah, they want to have that type of a response, don't they? Because they want to find a way to take control of this ball game one more time. Gauntlet's been thrown down. They want to see if they're ready to answer it.
They go play action here on first down.
They'll get that complete to Albert O.
And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And this one is incomplete.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for him. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Now a handoff up and he loses the football a second time. But it looked like a Packer. Yeah, Packer was able to get this back, and they'll indeed keep possession. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete. Certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down.
And the passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
They'll drop to throw. And a throw right sideline is complete.
And he is going to have the Packers first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive.
Up the middle they go. Clements.
What a great effort there. He's going to get this inside the 15. And they'll spot it at the 13-yard line. Nice run.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. They're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. On play action, they'll throw. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. Well, there have been a ton of sacks. They were just trying to prevent another.
So what you're telling me is the conventional way has not really worked for them, huh?
Not at all.
Not at all. So he tries to grab him here, and they still get caught.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Looking to throw. Looking left side, and it's complete. A big gain there after going backwards, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over him.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
His pass caught with the 4. Touchdown! A great effort there. With a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year.
And the Packers' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points.
Well, they had their chances in the first half, you remember, but had to settle for 2 field goals. This time they come away with 6.
I think they actually got affirmation about what they were doing by getting a touchdown, because the field goals means they got in range but couldn't quite finish it off. This time they broke through, and that's great for the old confidence.
And on the sideline, difference of a feeling between 3 and 6, is it astronomical or no?
It can be at times, that's for sure. A lot of times the field goal feels like a disappointment. The touchdown, well, that tells you you're getting it done.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here we go. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a one-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a one-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change, because otherwise that could overrun your team. You've got to be careful right here.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they escape up the score.
173 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here, because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
And now they'll throw with Lance. That ball caught by the former Toledo Rocket, Deontay Johnson.
That his first catch so far. They held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there.
Charles, to move the chains that time, they had to complete it into double coverage, and they got it done.
And it's never easy overcoming multiple defenders, but he sure made it look simple. Found the right spot to exploit and won his one-on-2 matchup.
They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss.
They run out of the gun with Swift.
And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Now play number 7 of the drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 10.
Play action, now it's Lance.
Trying to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage.
And the Packers are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
The frustration is definitely setting in because they've thrown it to him over and over, unable to come up with a catch thus far.
I think he knew he would have his challenges against his secondary. I don't think he saw a goose egg at this point in the game. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again.
Open man left side, it's the tight end Tunyon. And he was able to shed 1 tackle but could not get away from there.
5 yards on the play. And it's 3rd down.
On 3rd down, Clements. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Got a man, it's Tunyon. And he is going to have a Packers first down as this defense, boy, a little too loose there. They give up a gain of 19 on 4th down.
Now a give, right side. Clements, and not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
There's no question that coming into this game, this defense was pretty vocal about its desire to take this running back out of his game, and all that pregame whooping has turned into results.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
And if you're thinking field goal from here, it's 48 yards. I think they'd like to get him a little help now on third down and move it closer. He'll look to throw. He finds Watson complete. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Back to throw. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. Albert Okwuegbunam from 8 yards out. And the Packers have taken a fourth-quarter lead. Those are the types of plays in these moments they were hoping for from this young rookie, able to put him up here in the fourth quarter.
How about the kid? You just mentioned it, the fourth quarter. This is when you have to make those winning plays. That's what he just did. Doesn't ensure anything, but he certainly gave his team a heck of a chance, didn't he?
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Lions take over first down 10 at their own 25-yard line. Here we go.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And now they'll look to answer working from behind. And remember, this offense has sputtered yet to score here in the second half. They'll need to change that here. 2 yards the loss, second and 12.
You know, it's become cliche, but we have seen it and observed it. When runners have days like what we're seeing right now, they often take their offensive linemen out for steaks afterwards, don't they? They all go buy them dinner. But after a play like that, they might reduce it, might go to the corner and just grab a hot dog or two, huh?
Hey, I mean, they've still been blocking for him well in this game. They don't get one mulligan up front.
Okay, so what we're saying then is we're going Petite Filet instead of porterhouse.
8 ounce. 8 ounce is good.
All right, just checking.
Off of play action, here's Lance. Eluding the pressure right. Trying to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. And the Packers are going to take possession of the football. I know it appeared he was saying, hey, give me the football, I'm open, but I don't know if that's a pass that he should have thrown there.
Well, I don't think we've ever met a wide receiver that doesn't think he is open or is about to be open.
True.
So when you throw your hand up in the air and tell your quarterback, hey, I'm available, he's trusting that you are. In this case, he was not, and it turned into disaster for them.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Christian Fulton. And the Lions are right back in this football game. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational. I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last two drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
From the 30 on second down, Lance. He's airing it out for Williams. That's caught inside the 20. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next this play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11.
Devontae Wyatt there for the stop.
But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
Right back to Swift again on 2nd down.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
Here's Lance to throw it. Right side to Williams.
And they will get to him at the 7 and stop him short of the 1st down marker. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
A short gain that doesn't get them the 1st down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Black Ultra.
Desperation time here. Lance. He's got his man, T.J. Hockenson.
And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1. They get 6 yards going for it on 4th, and now it's 1st and goal.
Ready. Check right. Ready.
Lance going to sneak it.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit.
Trey Lance
scoring on the sneak from a yard out.
And the Lions have retaken the lead.
All right, now a big 2-point conversion attempt still to come.
Red, yellow. Red, striker. Red, green. Yellow. Black, brown. Black, blue.
Lance going to try to throw for this.
And no, incomplete. They can't convert. So they tried to bump the lead up to a field goal. Instead, it stays at 1 here in the 4th. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the 4th quarter. Oh, he forces one there. It's a potential dagger as it's intercepted. Picked off by Deshaun Elliott. And the Lions are going to take possession of the football.
Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ballgame.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's the guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Watch out now. 50 Fury.
Right back to Swift again on 2nd down.
It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves them with 3rd and 5. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. The Lions on 3rd down. A pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5.
Throwing now is Lance. They'll try and set up the screen to Swift.
And they'll get this down to the 10. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. And this defense here going to burn their 2nd timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. In motion left goes a tight end.
A handoff, Swift running to the left.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
A loss of 2 brings up 2nd and 12 at the 12-yard line.
So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12.
They'll run right here with Swift.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit.
DeAndre Swift
with touchdown number 20 on the year.
And the Lions will add to their 4th quarter lead. So an important drive for them there. And they're not home, but momentum, Charles, definitely in their favor now.
And I like the point you just made. They're not home yet, but a 1-point game, and if you kick the extra point, make it an 8-point game. Only one score, but you're right. Momentum definitely in their favor right now.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. Had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass, and finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you've got to do something to make it pass, and that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete. I guess you can't be afraid to take those chances late in the game. He tried to fit that one in there. Nice job, though, defensively.
Well, to your point, it was a nice job of knocking the ball away. But you're also right. You can't be afraid to take those chances. That means your guys going downfield to catch the ball, they've got to elevate their game and come down with these in order to keep your offense moving.
And he is going to have a Packers first down by about 3 yards or so as they wind up getting 7 there on 3rd and 4.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a first down with a nice throw.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll look to throw.
This is caught. It's Christian Watson.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
And now it appears that the referee's been buzzed, and we'll get a review. And this being inside 2 minutes of play, everything coming from up above.
Back to throw. Gonna throw right side here, complete.
And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
He'll look to throw. And this is caught at the 8. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. He's back to throw. And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play. And the ball smacked down on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Back to throw. And this will be caught. Touchdown. So in the final minute here now, a 2-point conversion will tie the game.
The touchdown's massive, but now they've got to have 2 to possibly take this to overtime.
Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion. They'll look to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. And a failure to convert to tie the game. Now the pressure shifts back to the defense.
But I think it was the right play. I think it was the right call to try and tie the game there. Kick an extra point, you're still down 1. What's the sense? I like what they did.
35 seconds to play. Everything will come down here to this onside kick. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though now this one's as good as over.
They gave it an effort. They tried their best, did everything they could to try and get the ball on the onside kick. You're exactly right. They had to try it. It was their only option. And now this game is done. Just take it, kneel, and call it a day. Listen, anytime you take a knee to end a game, that means you've won it. So it doesn't matter whether it's home or on the road, but there's something a little extra special about doing it in front of your home crowd, isn't there?
And the home crowd applauding. They're happy with what they've seen. Chalk this one up in the left-hand column for a win.
Yeah, that's right. Head to the locker room, throw the wristbands in the crowd for the kids, your gloves, your towels. Get to share it with the home team.